Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the ERTC Tax Credit Explained. Let's get into the video. The Employee Retention Credit is available to all employers regardless of size, including tax-exempt organizations, tribal businesses, and businesses in U.S. territories. There are only two exceptions: state and local governments and their instrumentalities. For eligible employers, the credit is available for wages paid March 14, 2020 through September 30, 2021 and July 1st, 2021 through December 31, 2021 for certain startup companies. Eligible employers fall into one of the two categories. Business operations curtailed. Eligible employers are employers who were carrying on a trade or business during any quarter in 2020 or during the calendar quarter for which the credit is determined. For calendar quarters beginning after December 31st, 2020, and for which the operation of that business is fully or partially suspended. The operation may be partially suspended if an appropriate governmental authority imposes restrictions upon the business operations by limiting commerce, travel, or group meetings for commercial, social, religious, or other purposes due to COVID-19, such that the operation can continue to operate but not at its normal capacity. Significant decline in gross receipts. For 2020, employers that have gross receipts that are less than 50% of their gross receipts for the same quarter in 2019 are also eligible. The significant decline in gross receipts ends with the first quarter that follows the first calendar quarter for which the employer's 2020 gross receipts for the quarter are greater than 80% of its gross receipts for the same calendar quarter during 2019. This cutoff of eligibility upon return to 80% of a comparable 2019 quarter's gross receipts is removed for 2021. For 2021, a significant decline is defined as gross receipts being 80% or less than the gross receipts for the same calendar quarter in 2019. That is, there is a 20% decline in gross receipts. The employer has the option to elect to certify the gross receipt test by using the immediately preceding calendar quarter and comparing that quarter to the corresponding quarter in 2019. Substitute 2020 for 2019. The credit is a refundable payroll tax credit, and for 2020 is 50% of qualified wages up to a maximum wage of $10,000 per employee. First, $5,000 is the maximum credit for qualified wages paid for any employee for 2020. For 2021, the credit is 70% of qualified wages up to a maximum wage of $10,000 per employee per quarter. First, the per employee maximum credit is $7,000 for each quarter of quarters 1, 2, and 3 in 2021. But the limitation is 50,000 each in quarters 3 and 4 of 2021 for a recovery startup business. Generally, any employer that begin a business after 15th February 2020 and had average annual gross receipts of less than 1 million for the free taxable year period ending with the taxable year which precedes the calendar quarter for which the credit is determined. The activity suspension and decline in gross receipts requirements do not apply to these businesses. If you think your business may be eligible for this credit and it hasn't already been claimed, keep the following cautions in mind. Caution 1. An employer who secured an SBA Paycheck Protection Program loan is prevented from using the same wages for forgivable PPP loans and the employee retention credit. No double dipping. Caution 2. No credit is available with respect to an employee for any period for which the employer is allowed a work opportunity credit with respect to the same employee. Caution 3. Although many companies legitimately qualify for the ERTC, there is substantially concern related to abuse and fraud, especially with companies that are relying on government shutdowns and particularly supplier shutdowns to justify their claims based on the business operations curtailed qualification. If you want to determine if your business can legitimately qualify for the ERTC, or if you or your company needs help with filing for the ERTC credit, feel free to contact me. My contact information is listed below in the description of the video. Thanks for watching this video and do not forget to subscribe to my channel.